Hello, everyone. My name is John Mosman, and this podcast is Beyond the Stone Table. It's been a while since I've done this, and I don't have any of the gadgets and widgetamigoo and all the intro music that you normally get with the episodes I've produced before. I'm in the process of upgrading to a new system, and the next episode you get will have all those nice little bells and whistles. But it should be said that, that everything I try to strive to do should have meaning, should connect to you in a way that a lot of things doesn't connect. You know, I've talked about grief. It's been 3 months since my brother died. And, you still deal with it. You still suffer. But slowly you start to recover. It's my hope that I'm able to do that. I wanted to give you an idea of what the show is going to be here, what the new podcast will be all about. We kind of had to take a break from everything. I love doing this kind of stuff, but I just didn't have a direction. I just didn't have a sense of being with what I needed to do. And I really do hope that with some much needed time away, I can direct that. I am going to be doing a new live interview show called Theologically Speaking. It's going to be an answer and question show where we delve into some of the more deeper theological issues. It'll be a topical show for sure. But there are some things you still can't talk about with other people. There's still things that are intimate, if you will. Things like grief. Things like, how does one still believe when everything around them is trying to tell them no? And I'm not just talking about your usual suspects of people who are gunning for what you believe. I'm talking about just overall. There's a sense of sometimes of isolation. And I actually don't think this just applies to Christianity. I think it applies to a lot of people. I don't think it's specific to one group, the feeling of being alone and being lost and being confused and being unsure. No one knows for sure what the future holds. But the key to everything, I have to believe, is taking it one step at a time. I guess for me, the issue is, what do I want to talk about? What do I want to speak on? If I try to go out there and I try to find something that everyone wants to do, and that seems to be the thing, right? And there's so many little niche groups that you could fit into. I could probably do something with Star Wars and get 4 or 5 times the amount of people I'm listening to follow me and like my stuff. And I could probably make some money off of it. And I'd be good at it because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd and I know a lot about Star Wars. But given all that, considering everything, I decide to do a subject which a lot of people have a hard time talking about. And I think that has a real bit of truth to it, doesn't it? Talking about something that people don't like to talk about, something that's not, at one point you're going to say something that's going to be offensive or going to really jive against someone else's beliefs. How do you get followers? How do you get listeners? How do you get people invested? Of course, you get your group, right? You get your allies. You get the people who agree with you, people who like to hear what you have to say. But How do you talk to people? Is what the point to just talk to the people who already agree with you? Or is the point to say, let's make a point, let's do something and say something of meaning, and even if you don't agree, at least it will make you think. Perhaps I'm being too lofty with that goal. Perhaps the real issue of it all is I need to talk. I need to speak. I need to find a solution to my problem. And it's in that I think I find what I'm looking for. I think it's in that I can tell people certainly that if you're looking for something that you may not always 100% agree with, or something that may jive you a little wrong, but you know there's going to be integrity, there's going to be decency, there's going to be some kind of understanding that even though we are all different, we all have similarities, that even if we are all disagreeing on something, that we all have something of worth, but that also there are people out there who say, look, I feel the exact same way. It's the exact same thing for me. That's what to me would be interesting. Someone else who feels the same as I do. Who says, that's what I needed to hear. If I guess it's only one person, then that's all that matters, right? So, Stone Table will still keep this idea, this identity that it always has about talking about the deeper truths of life, the deeper meanings of life, which usually are found in storytelling and myth, but also the deeper truths that are found in religion, the deeper truths that are found in faith, the deeper truths that are found in things outside of a materialistic, cold, world that eliminates all possibilities, that imprisons your mind instead of frees it, that binds you instead of releasing you. This show is for those who need that, or want it, or those who are just willing to listen to me because you all like me and you all like what I have to say, or you at least like that I'm somebody who's trying to do something different, something that maybe you wished you could do yourself. Who knows? I can say this, though. If you listen to this show, the future will be bright. I gotta wear shades now. Sorry, I had to say that. Sorry, I had to say that. No, the future is going to be something interesting. That's all we can hope for, right? Truth is, there is something deeper and something more concrete that actually means something and can give you hope when you feel despair. And it's interesting when it comes to the issue of Christianity, because a lot of people think that once you become a Christian, you're just taking the easy way out. A lot of my atheist friends might think, yep, they're just believing in God. Now they can have their sheep mentality. Now they can just go along with the rest of the fools, and then they never have to break free of themselves. That's what the thought is, right? But as G.K. Chesterton says, it's not an issue of it was not worth the trying, but that it was tried and it was found so hard that people gave up. Because if you decide to go down that road, it will take you to places that you will never imagine. It will take you to places that are fantastic and at the same time frightening. It will take you to places where you have hope, and places where those things should not be existing. It liberates you when you think it actually binds you. It does the things that so much of us require and need and want and just cry out. for. That's the reality. That's the truth. The illusion isn't the mambo jambo icons or the illusions of religion that people think, that those who are not religious think, especially Christians, have. The real illusion is the illusion that there is control, the illusion that there are facts, so the illusion that the facts can tell you everything. And while you can get a lot from facts, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these people who likes to discredit science. I'm not one of these people that likes to discredit things that we know to be true from using the scientific method and observation. There is knowledge in the world, obviously. How could I ever believe in something as an objective truth or an objective authority as in God if I didn't believe in binding objective reality that could be measured by something? Although I do have the realistic expectation of it. And that's some food for thought. Thank you.